Now, let us understand about benefits of these services or why to shift to AWS. So first of all, because we are not worried about managing our data centers, okay, so we can accelerate our time to market. It means that more of our time would be now dedicated for innovations, right? It would be now dedicated for creating new products, generating new ideas, understanding the customer requirements. So we can accelerate our time to market. We can compete with our competitors by giving out new product launches or new feature launches because we are not worried about maintaining the infrastructure now. And whatever services we require, we can get it within few clicks. So that restriction also goes away. Even if you want a quantum computer on AWS, you can get it. Okay, so understand the broad variety of services that we are going to get on AWS. If you want to have machine learning, if you want to have artificial intelligence, everything you can get it on AWS. Okay. The second point is increased innovation. So once you get more time, once you get all the resources which are being required for your project, you can increase the innovation. Right? You can create new ideas, you can generate new ideas, you can test out those ideas on AWS services, and then you can just work them with the production workload. Scaling is easy. Now, scaling means adding or removing the resources. Okay, let's say that initially I require one machine or one CPU. That was enough for me. But now the traffic to that web application is increasing. I want more CPUs. Then I can add these CPUs even automatically according to the load of traffic, or I can also manually add these. Right. So scaling is easy in AWS, but whereas if you want to scale on premises data center, then what will happen? You have to order new servers, which would take months of time because you have to set up those new servers, you have to give the networking, you have to give the power supply. So that setup would take time. But here on AWS, you can do it within few clicks. Optimizing the cost. The cost reduces drastically. Why? Because we are using a pay-as-you-go model. So we are just paying for the resources that we are using. And we can terminate the idle resources. Correct? So we don't have to pay for any idle resource. Whereas if we go with on-prem, if the servers are purchased and installed, even if we are not having much traffic and if they are kept idle, we cannot do anything, right? We already paid for those idle resources. So here it can be avoided. The next topic or the next benefit is minimizing security vulnerabilities. So when you are having on-premises data center, the security of the data center, okay, the networking, the backup power, all of that is responsibility of that particular business or firm. Now here, when we talk about the security of data center, the redundant power, redundant networking, all of that is responsibility of AWS. So the physical security vulnerabilities that we had, okay, is reduced. Now we don't have to worry about the security of our data center because that is being managed by AWS. The last point is reducing the management complexities. So again, the same thing to be repeated, because we are not using the data centers, because we are not managing the data centers, it reduces the management complexity. We don't have to worry about cooling our servers. We don't have to worry about redundant power, redundant networking. Yes. So these are all the benefits that we get when we move towards AWS.